Most people search online for breeders these days, so you're gonna be looking at websites, and there's probably gonna be a lot of pages on that breeder's website, let's hope, that tells you what sets them apart. Ours is so detailed, and I find that a lot of my clients want to know this stuff, and the more they dig into it, the more they realize the stuff they should have asked about a breeder that they didn't even think about. So please go to our website and look at that information. Ask the breeder what they're breeding for. If they say anything other than we're trying to improve the breed according to the AKC standards, then you wonder, what are they really emphasizing? Are they emphasizing just color? Sometimes breeders will just emphasize color and then they're not putting emphasis on genetic clearances. In fact, if you're just emphasizing color, you wonder, what's the other things that the person isn't addressing? If that's all they can say is what color that they're breeding. So you want to find a breeder that you feel you can also work with. You get along, you like them, That's an important thing too. Why go to a breeder that shows their dogs? I'll tell you 2 reasons. One is they are accountable to everybody in the breed clubs. They're accountable to AKC judges. They're accountable to the district who's over the area or the region for the AKC. I've had them watch me judge, didn't know they were watching me, It would have unnerved me, but they're watching you. They're watching what you do. They're watching how you interact with people. Ask your breeder if they're part of a dog club. To get into a dog club, they really research you hard. And I had my own peers researching me when I looked to get into a dog club. So ask them that kind of question too. Ask them how they socialize their puppies. To be honest with you, there's sometimes that I feel that professional breeders try to raise too many litters on their own too, even. Sometimes I'll have 2 litters that are due about the same time, and I feel that every litter should be raised with one family so that the attention can be on that litter. So there's sometimes, and I have two vet techs on staff. I have 2 of some of my best friends who work with me. I have friends that are right in town with me who have children. I do actually ask them to help me when I'm raising and socializing dogs. And some of these people I've known, well, one of them I've known since I was in 5th grade. So I have people that work with me also to make sure every single dog we have is hand raised by a family. And we have a socialization program that we use. It's one very similar to what the government uses when training dogs for the military. You can read more about that on our upcoming litters page. Also, what's the big deal about being a breeder of merit? You'll see that on my website. You might not know what it means. Go to akc.org, type in breeder of merit, and you'll realize what I've had to do for the last 28 years to stay in good standing with the AKC. Not only that, but to achieve the maximum amount of title dogs that I've bred, and what I've done as far as my experience in the breed, qualifying to be a provisional judge, all those things, having stellar inspections. AKCs inspect kennels. If somebody's not an AKC breeder, you wonder who's inspecting them and inspecting their records, inspecting their kennel. And the AKC has done a really good job at shutting down puppy mills over the years. So, if they come and they don't see humane conditions, they're gonna shut you down. Will the person that you're getting a dog from take a dog back? Say you get sick. Say you can't keep the dog anymore. Most breeders will want the dog back so they can place it and screen people just like they did when they placed it with you. They want to make sure that their dog goes to the right family. They might even want to take it back and keep it. I've had dogs that have come back to me and I've been like, wow, why did I send that show dog to a pet home? So sometimes we kept them, but we do want that opportunity. It doesn't mean that we always will have time at the time or space to take the dog, but we do want the opportunity to do that. If we can't personally place it, we will actually screen people and send them to you if you need for some reason to surrender a dog. Nowadays, any reputable breeder will sell all their dogs on a limited registration. That means not everybody who gets that dog can register pups out of that dog as AKC registered, meaning not everybody can just go and breed that dog. Years ago, the AKC, I think it's 15 years now that breeders can actually designate a dog full or limited registration. It was scary because that's when you had a lot of people just breeding a litter of Labradors because it was the most popular breed in the country, and they could sell them, and then weren't necessarily doing any clearances or screening for temperament or anything like that. Now, we as breeders, we want to make sure if somebody gets a full registration that they're going to be under our mentorship as far as all the clearances that they need to do for that dog before they breed it. Even if we've done clearances on the parents, you still have to clear the offspring, and also to help them in their breeding choices down the road should they decide to do that. So we sell all of our dogs on limited registration unless we know you, unless we've screened you very much. We want to make sure that not everybody can go out of here and just breed a dog, because we want to make sure we preserve the breed. Also, ask about the pedigree. A lot of people say, why should I care about the pedigree of a dog? Well, if there's 4, 5, 6 generations that person can provide that they've been doing health clearances on, that have passed at a high level, that means you've got a really, really good chance that dog is also going to be physically sound. So that's really, really important. If you think that doesn't matter, that's why it matters, because we have record generations and generations of dogs that are sound.